Okay, two things. I gotta make this fast because I just left class to make this video. The other thing, my accent is fucked up. My accent is switching between Hebrew and English. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Netanyahu just made a speech, like I said, it's fucking disgusting. It's abhorrent, as is to be expected at this point. And he said, in the Bible, there's a time for peace and a time for war. So like Israel, no ceasefire. We're not gonna do it. You know, we're not gonna stop until we defeat Hamas. Like, why did I put a ch on it? See, this is what I'm talking about. And of course, in reference to Palestinian people, he said words like barbarism, terrorism. Why did he say Bible instead of Torah? We don't do Bible, we do Torah. Like, that's the whole thing. Because he's pandering. He's pandering. He needs to garner as much possible support from like English-speaking Christian countries and people as possible. And he knows that your average American citizen is not going to listen. When you say the word Torah, like, they're out. They're out. They don't want to hear about Jewish people. They don't want to hear you speak Hebrew. They want to hear what they understand. And what they understand is Bible, Christianity. But Garage Gremlin, the books both come from the same... Shut up. I know. He's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose. All of the language that he's using is very fucking intentional. If it wasn't, he would have referred to our own holy book and not somebody else's. Israeli people are the only fucking people I've ever heard of that say Bible when they mean Tanakh. You are the only ones. Why is that important? Because Netanyahu was not addressing you. He was not talking to Israeli people or Israel. He was talking to Americans. This man is a politician. He's been a politician for a long time. He's media prepped within an inch of his fucking life. Every word out of his mouth has been painstakingly crafted by a team of people whose livelihoods depend on making him sound precisely the way that he needs to, depending on who's listening. And who is listening? America. In America, when you say the Bible, you mean the Christian Bible. There is no if, and, or but in this situation. Like, that's what that means here. He knows that. That is why he chose that word. Because the word Bible means that we have something in common. I know I'm a Jewish person. I know America doesn't like Jews, but listen, Bible, He knows that that word will get the attention of veterans, Christians, undecided voters, people who aren't educated enough to make an informed decision on this subject. So now they're all listening to him. And what is the next thing he said in that speech? 9/11, Pearl Harbor. He was talking to Americans, and he was doing a damn good job. Why did he say Bible instead of Torah? We don't do Bible, we do Torah. Like, that's the whole thing.
Exactly. It's pandering to the Christians. The grand majority of Zionists across the globe are Christian. And when I say the grand majority, I mean like double the amount of the Jewish population around the world. There's like an estimated like around 30 million Christian Zionists, and the Jewish population is like 16 million. They don't want to hear about the Torah. They want to hear about the Bible. Like, as soon as he said Bible, I was like, yep, I had a feeling. And remember, a lot of those Christian Zionists, in fact, most of them, only support Israel because they want all Jews dead. Like, do you see how insane this is?
When I was a Christian Zionist, I didn't even know that I was one. I was completely ignorant to the entire ideology. I was completely ignorant to the suffering of the Palestinians. I was ignorant to the apartheid. I was ignorant to their displacement. I was ignorant to their 75-year reality. I was completely ignorant to the truth that there are Christians living in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip. All I knew is that I had to support Israel. I had to support Israel taking over the entire Holy Land because that had to be fulfilled in order for Jesus to come back. And people might think, oh, well, this is very pro-Jew, but it's not. It's pro-government. It's pro-Israeli government, because being a Christian Zionist also meant that I believed that Jews must convert to Christianity. So that isn't being very pro-Jew. This is very difficult to speak out about, but I am very glad that I am out of that ideology because I now see how sick and twisted and dangerous it is. I am pro-human. I am pro-Jewish human. I am pro-Palestinian human. I am pro-every human. And I believe all these wars are being used to divide us and benefit oppressors, benefit the rich, benefit people stealing resources, benefit people wanting to take oil and build canals for trade routes, and it's all garbage, and I'm not going to be a part of it. But when I was a Christian Zionist, I wouldn't have known any of this. I would have just been excited for Jesus to come rapture me out of here, not thinking about the horror that would place on every other human on this planet. It was very selfish. Christian Zionism is rooted in selfishness.